Here we go.
What's up, everyone? Today we're here with Gadgetzan Auctioneer deck. Now, Rogue is the most traditional class that used to run it. Back in the day, like around when Hearthstone began, like in beta and the couple months, couple years following, Gadgetzan Rogue was a really dominant deck. Now, it took a little bit for people to discover the Gadgetzan Auctioneer like card and like the synergies around how to build it. But this is a list pretty similar to how it was when it started out. Now, back in the day, Gadgetzan used to cost 5, and Leroy cost 4 actually at one point. And of course, if you've been playing Hearthstone, now this was way back when it started. If you've been playing Hearthstone just a couple years ago, Cold Blood used to cost 1 mana. Probably hasn't even been a couple years. But essentially, this is taking a very, very old deck, utilizing Gadgetzan to play a bunch of spells, draw a bunch of cards, and to draw into our Evises, Cold Bloods with deck hands, our Leroy Shadow Step, just a lot of damage all at once. Another way, if you don't find that damage at first, just go for a Big Edwin, maybe conceal it, conceal Gadgetzan, if you don't have cards to play this turn, so you can cycle more next turn. As far as deck building goes, guys, a lot of these cards, because they are classic, it's easier to cut out, let's say, on the spell side, and just slot in tempo. For example, Sap, right? Right now, the best deck in Wild that you'll get Sap value against is Warlock with their Void Lords. You just sap a Void Caller pull, which might be a Void Lord or a Dread Lord or something like that. And Sap just buys you a turn through that and sometimes a lethal. But if you were to cut spells, I mean, you could cut Sap for a minion, maybe Zilliax to help counter the aggro, the aggression right now. In general, it's better for you to cut spells, ones that cost more, maybe Fan, since there's not a lot of like token strategies at the second. But just cut, if you really need to cut things, cut spells, put in minions, maybe a 1-drop like Firefly. Just try and play around with the ratio, because Miracle Rogue is all about the right number of minions to stall and just do early chip damage, and then the right spells to kind of finish off the opponent. Another minion you could run that was traditionally used was Questing Adventurer. I'm not running him in this list because I'm only running one Conceal, and anything more than one Conceal is hard to set up. But you could definitely try double Questing Adventurer. Questing Adventurer wasn't like the first ever inclusion in like classic Miracle Rogue, but this card's definitely seen a lot of play with Conceal. After people sort of adapted to the list, changed it around. So definitely play around with whatever packages you put in here, whether it's more 1-drops, different spells in the list, healing packages like Zilliax. Play around with that and let me know how it goes. Whenever I started streaming, basically Miracle Rogue was the deck that I messed around with, so back in the day, like 15 of my 18 Hearthstone deck slots were all devoted to Miracle Rogue in different iterations. So if this isn't the first Miracle Rogue video you see from me, just letting you know, you shouldn't be surprised now. But let's go ahead and get into some gameplay and see what we can accomplish with an old strategy in the current, basically pretty aggro meta. As like Quest Mage has kind of gone down a little bit because of aggro, and with the recent Twin Slice changes that makes Demon Hunter even more powerful, expect to be seeing a lot of that today, which will be a little hard to beat. But as usual, guys, if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe if it's your first time. And if not, just thanks so much for giving me a chance. Holy moly, Concerned Mom. I was actually in his stream not too long ago. Let's just full toss this. So he's just hero powering. He's playing like I said, a Gadgetzan Auctioneer deck himself, actually. Okay, so gain a bunch of armor. It's going to be really hard to go through. Branching Pass, probably look for a card. Oh no, he's all in on armor, wow. So he must have a lot of like card draw in his hand that he didn't want to draw any cards here. Oh man, okay. Druid armor is going to be really hard to go through. Now lucky for us, I'm pretty sure he runs Oaken Summons, but he hasn't drawn it yet. So we missed on a minion, he missed on an Oaken Summons, kind of all fair. There's a Loatheb. Okay, so Jade Idol, just summoning the first one, kind of hand dumping here. Poison Seeds, wow, so he doesn't have single target removal, that's pretty clear. Oh man, I do want the coin, I think, in Redeveloping Dagger, so I'm actually going to throw away a Backstab. Maybe I should have played Loatheb because he wants to play Overflow here, I'm pretty sure. But the longer I wait with Loatheb, and the longer I wait with Gadgetzan, the better it is. Okay. He's not playing Poison Seeds again, is he? He has nothing, though. He has nothing. So we drop Loatheb. Swing, swing. He's not doing much already, right? And he can't do anything now. So we should go Gadgetzan into coin, you know, do other stuff here. Cycle quickly through our damage cards. Maybe find a Leroy. Now he runs Poison Seeds. I don't know if he runs Plague. We'll just assume he does because commonly Druids also include Plague and Poison Seeds. It's kind of funny. He might have Gadgetzan, right? Like he might have been saving things for Gadgetzan instead of reacting. So now with the Loatheb, right? Things that he was saving, he's punished for saving. Oh, but that gives me mana for Gadgetzan. Okay, so Gadgetzan, Prep, Evis, Coin, I really just want to cycle here, right? I don't want to play minions, so cycle this. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and jam the Falderai because we're out of stuff to do. I was really just looking for spell into spell into spell. Now I don't have to be so desperate because I do have another Gadgetzan. He's probably going to play Spreading Plague. Other Poison Seeds into Plague also works, buys him a lot of time. Another cool thing there would have been to find a Shadow Step. If we could have been able to find a Shadow Step on Loatheb, it definitely would have been GG. He would have been locked out again for a turn, right? And that's another turn to draw off Gadgetzan or another turn to play things. This is really interesting, Wild Pyromancer. He's going to have to play out a lot of his hand here just to clear the board. And if he clears, then he's not drawing off a Gadgetzan. Oh man, this reminds me of the Mechathune Druid. Mechathune Druid was, they used to run Wild Pyromancer in that. And this is just reminiscent of those days when it was in Standard. People finally realized it in Standard in like the last couple of months that it was in the format. So seeing this again is just like such a throwback. Now something tells me, like this is all he's got, right? He's got just enough to deal with this and not much more. Because now his hand's kind of barren, right? He's expending like his entire hand to do this. His APM is looking a little on the rope here. He still does have a good amount of armor here. Let's go ahead and play out... I don't think I want to drop the Edwin here, and I'm okay to take this damage. So go here, go here. I'd rather do 2 to the face. I'd rather do 1 more damage with SI and just take the damage, because I know his deck doesn't revolve around just doing damage to me. Now he does have Yogg, so actually this might be a Yogg game. Pounce. Man, if he doesn't have Gadgetzan, right? If you don't have Gadgetzan... Oh, no, it's just Yogg, yeah. Here's the Yogg. Explore Ungaro. What the... Holy moly, no, that's a meme. Blood Bloom, okay, that could be good. Mage Secret. Beneath the Grounds is insane, actually, because all I want to do in my deck is draw cards. And the taunts are insane. Soul to Forest is insane. What the? I mean, okay, that's just a 1-1, but like, that's still like game winning. Kind of. If I can find Sap would be hilarious because then I just give him another Yogg. Oh, this game's gonna be funny. I don't know if I can win this, but okay, forget winning, guys. This point, we're just trying to get the Gadgetzan highlight. I'm gonna sap the Yogg. It's concern, Mom. Gotta let it happen. He's a great guy. So Gadgetzan. Oh no, spiders. Oh yeah, we're having fun now. We are having fun now. Wish I had a dagger up so I could deadly poison, but ooh, so we needed this earlier. And I have to lay the Edwin here. He's kind of Yogg reliant, actually. I mean, I don't know. His board lines up kind of fine, and if this is Ice Block, it does buy him a turn, but... Oh, I should have Shadowed... No, he's going to play Poison Seeds. Yeah, Poison Seeds this. Easy. Easy Poison Seeds off the top. Or no, wait, he doesn't have Poison Seeds. What am I saying? What am I saying? He doesn't have Poison Seeds. He's just sending it face. I completely forgot that he just changed his deck into a completely different deck. He does have Yogg in hand, though. We did give him a Yogg. Okay, wow, so we had that. This is bonkers, man. Stolen Steel is face damage, though. We're getting low. See, chat, I called it. He does have it. He does have it. He does have seeds. Simulacrum? Oh, dude, he has two more Yogg. What? This game's insane. This game is insane. Two, four, 6, 8, 10, 12. I mean, there's no way we have lethal, right? I have to like top deck Leroy and hope it's not Flame Ward, hope it's not Ice Block, like hope it's nothing. We just got hard wrecked. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh my gosh. I don't think so. I think we just lose this. He's gonna play another Yogg though. Is he gonna go for lethal or is he gonna play it? He's gonna play a Yogg, right? Oh, no, no. Oh my gosh, what Fiesta was that? Let's try and make the deck a little bit better here, and I'll kind of show you what I meant by like how you can change it around to make it better. Try and show you some live deck changes here instead of just saved stuff. So this is what we've got so far, the deck we were just playing. The first way to make it a little bit better is just to add in better minions, right? Better early game. So we got to cut some spells in order to do that. So deckhands have been pretty fine so far. It's another way to deal 2 damage to a target, which is really good in the first, let's say, like 1 to 4, 1 to 5 turns. Like 2 damage is really important on a lot of key threats. It's another backstab if you don't have it. So overall, not really a fan of Sap. So that's the first card I would cut is Sap. So let's look just like a 1-drops, right? Just early game. My personal preference here is Flybooter. I would probably add in 2 Flybooters, because this card, whenever you draw it, it's a 1/1, right? So not the greatest in the world, but it's a turn 1, better than doing nothing. And you get 2 1/1s, so next turn is a 2/2. Next turn you have a play where you can either play 2 1/1s or play dagger, and obviously against like most like aggression, you just want to play out the 1/1s. So continuing down the pirate package is an option. There's Spy Mistress. Swashbuckler used to be ran in Gadgetzan because sometimes you would get a spell from Swashbuckler, and that spell would help you with Gadgetzan. So you could also try Swashbuckler. I'm going to try Swashbuckler just to relate to the way the list used to be built. So Phantom Knives is another spell that we can cut for a minion here. Azure Drake is a little classic, and it's kind of gone down in power scale over the years, so I would advise cutting Azure Drake. I'm going to put in Patches. Okay, so we're going to slot in Patches here so that by chance that we draw our 2, 4 turn ones that are pirates, we'll also pull Patches. Let's see. Clan Thug is another good minion to run. It's a turn 3. The problem with Rogue is that they're kind of lacking a lot of turn 2s that they want to run also, right? Like, not really any of this stuff so far has been appealing. Cable Rat's okay, but I don't know. Fairy Dragon's okay for just a minion. I mean, Odd Demon Hunter punches it down. It gets shot by ship's cannon, right? It's not great. Flame Juggler is kind of funny. Could see play. I mean, hey, it's like instead of daggering, you play a 2-3, and it kills maybe an enemy pirate in an aggro matchup. So you could definitely slot in Flame Juggler as your 2-drop of choice. Galaka Crawler, actually, I could see. Problem with Galaka is, and it's not actually a problem, if you have pirates on the board and your opponent's playing something slower, right, and you have Galaka in hand for 2, Galaka, you'd have to kill a known pirate of yours, but I mean, you get the 1/1 back to the crawler, so I don't really think you care. So if you made this more board-based, right, maybe cut down on a Cold Blood or 2, put in a Galaka. Flame Juggler I'm going to omit because I feel like Galaka's just a little bit better. Because most of the aggro that we care about runs pirates. Mana Wraith, lol, none of this stuff is really impressive. Moarg is interesting. Another way to build the deck, we're trying to put in more minions now, right? But you can do Moarg and then double Phantom Knives so that this Phantom Knifes everything for 2, which will clean up most like Demon Hunter minions, right? Plated Beetle also is okay. Plated Beetle, it can be better than Galaka Crawler, just depends. So you can also try and slotting in Galaka Crawler, or sorry, you can try swapping in Plated Beetle as well as Galaka Crawler. Cold Blood, it doesn't cost 1 anymore, so it's not the greatest. So honestly, you could probably cut Cold Blood, try a Plated Beetle. You can also try this Parachute Brigand. If you add too many pirates, right, you're kind of just pretending to be an aggro rogue, and that's where you don't really want to go full in on that. You don't really want to go full minions. It'll make the deck better, but it won't, thematically, it's just not the same glory of a Miracle Rogue. So far this stuff, see if we can slot in a Ziliax to kind of top things off. Give us a little bit of heal as well as the Plate Beetle, which doubles as a turn 2. So a lot of these minions up here are essential, right? You gotta have 2 Gadget, gotta have Lothab, gotta have all this stuff. You can cut an SI, but a lot of times with Edwin you want to save it, so can't cut Evis, can't cut this stuff. You could cut a Deadly. Like, Deadlies aren't, I don't know. I like Shadow Step more than I like a Deadly. Conceal's kinda questionable. It's cool. I feel like Conceal is worse than Counterfeit Coin, but at the same time, like, stealthing minions against other decks are pretty good. Specifically Demon Hunter right now, because they can't target it. So if you play Edwin, you stealth an Edwin, or you stealth a Gadgetzan and just draw lethal the next turn, it's pretty good. So squeezing in Ziliax is a little bit hard here, since we did squeeze in all those turn 1s. These SI agents could also be Hench Clan Thug. Hench Clan's really good. Now we do have 2 drops, so we're trying to not dagger on 2 and just play a much better minion. Preps you have to have, even though the only thing you really prep now in this list is Evis. The only true 2 value from prep now is Evis. So I could see like cutting a Conceal for a Ziliax, like this. Or cutting Ziliax and just doing like a Henge Clan Thug, like cutting SIs for Henge Clan Thug would also be pretty good. I just like the flexibility of SI against Demon Hunter. I prefer it over Henge Clan Thug currently. So yeah, if you're running into a lot of pirates, feel free to include 2 Galaka Crawlers. You can do 2 Galaka Crawlers instead of 2 Plated Beetles. You can put in 2 of the 2/2 pirates that are free when you play a pirate, which we were talking about. Just finding it again real quick for these guys, the Parachute Brigands. You can put in 2 Parachute Brigands so that if you find a pirate on the early turns, maybe you have this guy and you just get a free 2/2 on turn 1. It's definitely fine. So feel free to play around with that and develop it how you would like it. I do like a Shadow Step. It's really flexible, particularly now with Ziliax, with Loatheb. Like against Concerned Mom earlier on the Druid. Like rejamming a Loatheb there would have really slowed him down and maybe won us the game if we just would have had it. So let's try this now that there's a couple earlier game minions. Annoyatron, so Paladin, probably Mech Paladin. So this is going to be really hard. I think we should lose this one. This is actually the other like deck where I could see Sap seeing play. Could have also looked for a different 1-drop, Swashbuckler, but because there's only 3 other 1-drops, I think it's better to just keep it. Now keep in mind, guys, this deck is supposed to be more minion based, and we just got spells over minions, right? Our hand is still just spells, despite us putting in a greater saturation of minions. This guy I can backstab. See if it's Never Surrender. Never Surrender, or whenever minion dies, revive it. Okay, so none of that stuff. Don't know what it is. Hidden Wisdom, Competitive Spirit. Probably one of those two. He's not even doing anything, right? He's not doing anything this turn. We'll just jam an SI. Don't need to play anything else with it. Oh yeah, we're steamrolling now. Is he playing like a Reno deck, or like, is that the reason that he's not drawing anything? So I feel like we're just gonna try and... That was bad, actually. I should have put the 1/1 in there first. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's why. We're just gonna try and use as much stuff here to try and do a lot of damage early with our board. We're gonna use our backstabs, use a lot of our cards here. We are not gonna have as much Gadgetzan fuel if we play it here, but we're gonna do so much damage earlier that we'll have to do less later. Yeah, hand's kind of dead. I need a good pull here from Swash. That's a really good pull. Holy moly. That pull's insane. That was like perfect mana fill there. Just gonna push the most damage here. I don't think my 2/1 there with 1 health is very good. So essentially we're a Deadly Poison. Oh my gosh. No more taunts though, please. Okay, no taunts. So we have Dagger into Deadly. If we can live 2 turns, we should win. I feel like he's going to play defensive. Yeah, he's got to play defensive. So Dagger, Deadly, into Leroy, and we're safe. I just need a way to deal with any potential taunts. Start with this. See what happens. Are we going to die to Competitive Spirit? If it's Competitive Spirit, he has 4 attack, 3 attack. So 7... 9, 11, plus 4, 15. No, he's still a ways off. He's still a ways off. He's actually dead here if Leroy works. So we'll try it. The Glass Knight, though, what a card. What a card there, the Glass Knight. Always loved that card. So this is the first game playing the deck with more minions. The changes with the slightly more minions, and so far it went really well. We just had a really good early board, and Paladin doesn't really have a lot of interactive tools for the early turns. They have like True Silver, But other than that, like, in the build he was running, there's just not a lot of options. Warlock is really a problem. Warlock's like one of our worst matchups, all because of Void Caller. If it is Mechathune, I think I should win that one, but usually when I see Warlock, I feel fear because I know Void Caller and I lose every time. Pull patches. Pull patches, like, it's hard to think about how much pulling patches matters as far as like deck thinning, because it's a card out of 30. But like just running a deck to where you pull out a card from your deck so early, you'll win so many more games, like being able to find Gadgetzan, and just it'll enable so much. You'd have to go from a really large sample size to be able to tell like how many games you win, but Soulfire, no, okay. So he's a little bit behind. Those 3 cards for free is really gonna help him. We're gonna help him catch up here because we have pretty major board control. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Kill this guy. Dagger. Actually, just gonna go face. Because I know that in this matchup, if you fight for the board, they'll just cheat out a 3-3. They'll Soulfire into a 3-3. They'll do so much to just cheat to get the board, right? This guy, like this guy's a good example. Really well-statted minion. We can't put up with like that well-statted minions the whole game. We just kind of got to go face. And my hand only has like 1 minion, maybe 2 minions. I've committed to these minions here. Still just going to go face. He's drawn so many more cards. He's drawn 7 more cards than us. And he discards cards that help him, right? Loatheb, okay, Loatheb, sure. Edwin, I don't have the mana for an Edwin though. And this is where we need to do it, but I don't have it. Oh man, this is where I need to trade, right? I really needed to draw Ziliax here. Ziliax is better than this, but it's okay. Oh my gosh, Loatheb. So we're gonna die next turn. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. For the record, we had 11, so we were 7 off, but 7 still a ways. Okay, here's the meme, guys. Here's the meme. Anima Golem, also known as Anime Golem. Anime Golem, it dies if it's your only one. Really cool card, but yeah, it just dies. Oh, see, yeah, guys, sometimes when it does that, whenever it says that it didn't load, it actually just loaded, but... So Galaka's not the ideal... I feel like we want it like this with Swashbuckler, because deckhand's better to draw later. Maybe I should have kept Galaka, actually, just as a 2-mana 3-4. Galaka's kind of like a tech card too, right? Like that's wherever your brain thinks instinctively, hey, I have to look for Galaka. Like against specifically Pirate Warrior. This is gonna be a hard matchup. And we top deck patches, lol. Okay, now this is a 2-drop I wish I could run in this deck. Totem Golem, a 2-mana 3-4. Is he gonna play his own Totem Golem? Is he gonna play... He's not gonna play the 0-2, right? Just a hero power, okay. Well, if you're not gonna play a big 2-drop, I'll play a big 2-drop. Right here. This is the kind of matchup where it's hard to save resources for Gadgetzan. Because a lot of it, like backstab SI, there's no way we're going to keep it that late. That we're still going to have it just lying in our hand. So I need to be responsible and kill their totems a little bit. Like hero power, crackle, right? He hasn't really done anything yet. He's just played reactive. That's still reactive, but I mean, at least it develops. Okay. Yeah. That needs to be shut down. Kill this. Kill his healing totem. Kill his taunt totem. Wish Patches has rush, so I wouldn't have to use the coin here, but use the coin, kill the 3/1. Wouldn't really devolve. I mean, if he has devolve, there's not really a good devolve this game. I highly doubt there's going to be a good one. So yeah, he's basically saying, yeah, I'm the aggressor now. It's your turn to react. Gonna play this out instead of Loatheb. Because I do want the coin for Gadgetzan. Looking like we're going to be dead here because I don't think I can deal with the 6. Oh, he's trading though. We'd like to see that. Means there's a chance if I can find a way to cheese kill it. But I still think we're just going to take too much here. Give me a prep. No prep. So kill this guy and then lose next turn. Yeah, kill the guy and lose next turn. If he had 3 damage, it actually would have been lethal. If he just has 3 damage in hand. But yeah, there's not much I can do about this. The old Miracle Rogue could have done like Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry and come back, but just with the card changes ever since. I can draw cards though. I can draw a card at least, 2 cards. Sweet. I mean, hey, I'm technically alive, but it was pretty unexciting. Gadgetzan, 2 cards. Oh my gosh, nah. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Dude, no balls. Like, he traded in there, right? All he had to do was just go face and let the rag decide, right? If you're not letting the rag decide, if you're making it 100% odds, like, what are you doing? It looks like we get a take 2 this matchup and even Shaman. I'm actually going to go for this. It's a perfect hand if I draw the 1-drop. Let it be known, though, guys, we did draw patches last game, right? So if you lose a game where you draw patches, it's kind of expected from the start. Dagger Deadly is a pretty good draw. Backstab's a good draw. Because, like, so if I draw Deadly Poison, right, I can go Dagger Deadly into Swash SI. Okay, so it looks like hopefully we get to trade in here. He's going for maybe a Taunt Totem. He did get Taunt Totem, man. So yeah, we did get Deadly Poison, though. Got exactly the draw we were hoping for. So he's hero powering a lot. He probably has the 5/5 in there, the thing from below. Totem Surge on 2 minions. Does trade, though. This is everything he's playing, so kind of weird. Play this guy. Ooh, that's a really interesting weapon, actually. Gonna save the dagger, though. This is really interesting. Charged hammer. I was gonna say, yeah, he has to have a thing from below. Pretty sure. So we can go Thanos. Okay, no, I'm not gonna play Thanos Evis. I'm gonna take the time to play Strider. Gonna go face. Because even Shaman has a lot of like comeback tools, so I wanna take some damage if there's not any things I have to kill yet. Even this charged hammer, we can have board for like about that many turns whenever hammer becomes active. So yeah, this guy we gotta go face now. Can't really come back from that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. If he wants to devolve, he can devolve. I think we'll be good with the hammer. I could have saved it for a setup for SI and Evis next turn, but I kind of want the card more than I want those. And see, he's trading, right? Oh, is he? He's not. He is not trading. 4, 7, 8, 10 lethal. Chad, have you guys ever seen someone die to charged hammer in 2020? Because now you have. Now you have. So as I said, we kind of leaned away from having the deck as heavily polluted by spells. So we kind of added more tempo to the list. So I'm definitely going to try a deck in the future. Like I said, I used to have 15 out of 18 of my decks were Rogue, Miracle Rogue. So there's some really cool ways to build spell-based decks. So I'll bring that to you guys soon. So I'll have more Miracle Rogue coming. But thanks so much, guys, for checking out this week's video and just supporting my content. And in the link below is the deck, as well as other platforms you can find me on. So enjoy, and good luck winning some games and trying the deck, and let me know what changes you make and how it turns out.